What's up, ass faces? Welcome back to Lab Session 67, episode 67, Bet with Juice. Thank you guys for tuning in on this Saturday evening. I hope everybody's had a great day so far. I hope everybody's enjoyed those ass UFC fights that have been held so far tonight. They've been terrible. But we got week 7 starting tomorrow in London. You got Rams versus Jaguars, first game on the slate. In London, mate. In London. Before we get to that, I want to go over the slips from the boys from Thursday Night Football. Bengals got it done. Joe Flacco had an absolute game. They called it the unction. The unction was actually it was printing coin for everybody except me. On our main slip, we missed by 2 guys. TJ Watt sack and a DK Metcalf touchdown. Everything else hit. Very unlucky. Very unfortunate. That wasn't the only slip that missed by 1 or 2 people. You had Jamar Chase scoring. Let's see if we can lock that in. Jamar, T. Higgins, Jonnu Smith getting in the end zone. Jalen Warren, the running back, not able to get the job done. One more. Darnell Washington, Noah Fant, getting in the end zone. Kenneth Gainwell, the backup running back for the Steelers, behind Jalen Warren, couldn't get the job done. All 3 slips, missed by 1 or 2 props or players. The Bengals won. My boys got the job done. The Dodgers took a 3-0 lead that night, and yesterday finished the sweep, the 4-0 sweep of the Brewers. We are going back to the World Series. Damn, does it feel good. The blue team is back in the World Series, and hate on us all you want. We don't give a fuck. We've seen World Series after World Series, postseason after postseason, where we don't get the job done, and we're supposed to feel bad for teams. Get out of here. Get out of here. Not doing that. Cry me a river. Week 7 NFL Parleesies. Locked in right here on the notebook. Signed by your boy Juice. We got, like I said, the game in London. Mate, London. Jared Verse is going to get a sack. Guess what? Prize Picks is not offering this on their props. So, you guys could already see where I'm going with this. This first slip right here is not on Prize Picks. It's going on the sports book. And we're just going to go over the props. Jared Verse, 1 sack. Mr. Tutu Atwell, 20 receiving yards. Should be free for him. Tyler Higbee, longest reception, 15-yard catch on the day. And Mr. Devontae Adams getting in the end zone for a touchdown. Puka is not playing tomorrow. I think he got the case of the crumpets or whatever they call it. No, I'm just kidding. He has an ankle injury. He will not be playing tomorrow. For the Jaguars, you got Hunter Long. I wanted to play him last week, and we didn't. I'm not going to make that same mistake this week. We're going Hunter Long, 3 receptions on the day. And then Travis Hunter, the guy, the kid, 4+ receptions. I don't think he has to play too much defense tomorrow. I think his guys, his teammates have him. He should have a big role in the offense tomorrow. Travis Hunter, 4 receptions. And then you got Brian Thomas, longest reception, 14.5 yards. So a 15-yard reception on the day. Brian Thomas. And then Travis Etienne getting in the end zone. The kid might have 2. Hand him the ball, Trevor. Let him get in the end zone for a tutty. In London, mate. We don't say, huh. In London, mate, we go. What do they say? Like if you get a touchdown in London, what do you say? Tutty, mate. I don't know. All right. Next guys up. If this game turns into a crap show, shit show, Josh Riccardi, 1.5 field goals made, 2-2. He's going to go off today or tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. We got him for 20 yards up here. We're going 50-plus receiving yards. Jaguars, DBs, not too great. Tutu's going to have a day. And then same thing, Higbee, 13.5 receiving yards. Longest reception for him. And Devontae also, his longest reception needs to be 20 yards. So a 19.5-yard reception in the morning. And on that same slip, you got Cam Little, 1.5 field goals made. And Etienne also getting in the end zone. It's the same slip, but we're taking some stuff out, putting some stuff in. That is the game in the morning, 6 o'clock. If you guys are awake, I've talked crap a lot about these overseas games. They're boring. They're crappy. Last week, we got a shitty game. This week, I think Rams and Jaguars might produce some points. So, I did go pretty heavy on these guys. All those props right there. You guys can mix them up, do what you want to do. You got 6 games on the morning slate. Raiders at Chiefs is the very first game on our notebook. Rashee Rice is back. That's all I'm going to say. Rashee Rice is back. 74.5 receiving yards. So a 75-yard day for Mr. Rashee Rice. He is going on the main slip on Prize Picks. And then you got Kelsey touchdown. Let's see, where we at? We're just going to fade the Raiders. They're not good. Giving a crap ton of receiving yards, receptions, touchdowns to the tight end position. So, Travis Kelsey, easy touchdown. Also, the same thing with the receiver position. But you got so many guys there. You got Juju, who got punched last week. Sorry, Juju. You got Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown. You got guys that can catch the ball. But I do believe Rashee Rice absolutely has a game tomorrow, coming back from his suspension. Like I said, not going to say anything more. I'm going pure sports right here. Shout out to Dome and Austin. No pun intended. But yeah, I'm going my gut feeling. Rashee Rice is going to have a great game. Dolphins, Browns is the next game up. Jerry Jeudy has not scored in a couple of weeks. Going heavy on the kid. He is on a couple of slips of mine for tomorrow. This actually kind of scares me because Dylan Gabriel is not great. I think Shedeur Sanders comes in the game tomorrow, and he goes absolutely ham. He goes ham. He finally gets his chance and gets in the game tomorrow. I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm just going to fade the Dolphins, and Myles Garrett might finally have 2 sacks on the season in one game. I don't trust Tua, so I literally don't have, right there on the notebook, I don't have a single Dolphin. Jerry Jeudy touchdown and Fanning receptions. Going on the slips today. Okay, Waddle is on 1 slip for a touchdown. Maybe if they play good, but I don't trust them. They're playing in Cleveland. Like I said, I think Myles Garrett has 2 sacks against Tua. Pray for Tua. Patriots at Titans is the next game. You got Vrabel going back to Tennessee for the revenge game. Patriots absolutely dominate these guys. Cam Ward, great kid. Not a terrible player, just not in the right position right now. They're going to keep losing and losing and losing. We got Kashawn Booty, longest reception, I think, at 18.5 yards. And then we got Diggs and Hunter Henry scoring touchdowns. Diggs hasn't scored all year. Stephon, get in the end zone, kid, because we need you. You're on a couple of slips for us. Panthers, Jets. This could be a tie game at the end of overtime right there, which would be fine because we only have Nick Folk for 1.5 field goals and then Tommy Tremble for 10.5 receiving yards. So a tie game wouldn't be the worst thing there, but that's all we have for that game. I believe Garrett Wilson is out. That game is going to be very sad to watch. Saints and Bears, one of my favorite plays of the day. Rashid Shaheed, longest reception. It's at 18.5 or 19.5 yards on the day. He should be able to cash this pretty easily for us. And then Jake Moody, 1.5 field goals made for the Bears. Both of those should hit in that game. Should be somewhat of a shootout with, I was going to say Schlittler. Rattler and Caleb Williams, 2 former teammates from Oklahoma. This could be a banger right here. I might have to make a little game stack. Rattler and Caleb might be going at each other. Maybe both of them try to get in the end zone, rushing touchdowns. We'll see what happens. They don't like each other. Rattler especially does not like Caleb. Eagles-Vikings is the next game up. We're fading the Eagles at all costs these days. We're going Vikings at home. Score or whatever the shit they do. Justin Jefferson hasn't scored since, I believe, week 1 or week 2. He's getting in the end zone. And then TJ Hawkinson, we're going with his yards, and Jordan Addison receptions and receiving yards on the day. Eagles DBs are terrible, and since they've lost, or since they gave away Darius Slay, they've been even more ass. So, we're going to fade their DBs. We're going to fade their secondary. I can't wait till J.J. McCarthy gets back, but I guess we're going to keep going with the redhead, Carson Wentz, and hope that he gets Justin Jefferson a touchdown. And then T.J. Hawkinson yards and Jordan Addison receptions and yards as well. That is the notebook, boys. Locked in for you guys on a Saturday night. I got to get a new chair. This one's making a lot of weird noises. I don't like it. All right, let's go over the prize pick slips real fast. For the first game, we got Devontae Adams' longest reception, 20 yards. ETN getting in the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Little, easy. He should have 2 50-yard field goals, 2 field goals on the day. And then Joshua Carty, let's see, also 1.5 field goals made. And then Mr. Tutu Atwell, 50 receiving yards. And Tyler Higbee, his longest reception needs to be 14 yards. $4.88 pays out $200 on that morning game in London. London, mate. Some fish and chips. Or whatever the shit they eat. I don't know. They eat like beans? Beans and cheese? Beans on fry. I don't know. They're gross out there. Wimbledon. Let's go. All right. Let's go over the next slip. The main slip for prize picks. Rashid Shaheed, longest reception, 18.5 yards, 19-yard catch on the day. Harold Fanning. David Njoku is out for the Browns. This one scares me, like I said. Dylan Gabriel, get the job done, but if you don't, Shadur Sanders, welcome to the NFL. Get the job done with Fanning. Njoku's out, so we shouldn't have a problem with that one. 3.5 receptions. Rashee Rice, welcome back. 75 yards on the day. He should go off. Nick Folk, 1.5 field goals. I thought I had another. Okay. So just Nick Folk, 1.5 field goals. And then Kishan Booty, longest reception, 17.5 yards. 18-yard catch on the day. And then TJ Hawkinson, 33 yards. Tight end from the Vikings. Philadelphia. They're so bad. $9 to pay $300. That is the main prize pick slips for tomorrow. And then you got, I do got Moody here, so I'm going to read that one to you guys. I'll read off the touchdowns. You got Jerry Jeudy, Travis Kelce, Hunter Henry, all scoring touchdowns. You can see it right there. And then Jake Moody, 1.5 field goals made. Tommy Tremble, 11 receiving yards on the day. And Jordan Addison, 2.5 receptions. Right there on the bottom. That's a free pick. $3 to pay $200. That is one of the last slips. 4 prize picks. Besides this one, I showed you guys Rashid Shaheed, longest reception. I do believe he gets that and possibly gets the touchdown at the same time. So his touchdown, Mr. Jalen Waddle touchdown, and then Kelce and Henry getting in the end zone as well. Those are our prize pick slips, boys. Those are what you guys can tell right now after you guys watch this episode. And then we got the sleeper picks. We got the big ones. We got the lotto right here for morning game in London. Jared Verse sack. Hunter Long, 3 receptions. Travis Hunter, 4 receptions. Tutu Atwell, 20 receiving yards. Brian Thomas, his longest reception needs to be 15 yards. As well as Tyler Higbee, 15-yard reception. And then Mr. Travis Etienne and Devontae Adams getting in the end zone. That pays us $7.55 on the day, on the morning. In London, mate. In London. Get the job done. Then you got, before I reveal the big one, let's go. All right. We'll go. Jay Jettas, like I said, has not gotten in the end zone in a couple of weeks. Rashee Rice returning. Jerry Jeudy and Stephon Diggs all getting in the end zone. 4 receivers, $6 to pay $314. What do you say, guys? Get in the end zone. This is the lotto. This is kind of like just throw my money away. Rashee Rice, 2 touchdowns. Jay Jettas, 2 touchdowns. And Stephon Diggs, 2 touchdowns. $2 to pay $4,000. If that hits, I'm goated. I'm getting the coolest sign in the background over here. I'm getting the coolest posters and you could ever imagine if that hits. That would be crazy. 2 to pay 4 racks. This is probably my favorite one of the day. They're finally playing Little Jordan Humphrey in New York. I've been heavy on the Giants all year. I've told you guys know this. Jackson Dart. They played Little Jordan Humphrey last week, and he had a couple receptions and like 50 yards. The dude's getting in the end zone this week, playing against his former team, the Broncos. Like, you cannot write it up any better. Okay? At the lock-in, cameraman. Little Jordan Humphrey on the bottom. And then you got Booty and Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill's not being offered on Prize Picks. So what does that mean? He's going to score. And Keyshawn Booty, he was short on the end zone last week on the 1-yard line. He's getting in. That is $8.24. Shout out to Kobe for $809. Lock it in. You guys, those are the slips. I hope everybody enjoy their Saturday night. I appreciate you guys watching. Lab Session 67, Episode 67, Bet with Juice. Let's hit some bets tomorrow. Peace.